Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is your guy Ray coming to you live all the way from here. We're here right chair because we're here on Ray's Corner Live once again. A clash of old and new ideas. Man, let's get with this thing. Let's get with this thing. Look, I just want to get some housekeeping out the way. Going over to those of you who are not on subscribe to our Ray's Corner Live YouTube page, go on over there. Subscribe, hit the notification button, hit the like button, hit the share button. Also hit the share button, like button on Facebook. Appreciate. I know I tag a lot of men. A little disappointed too. I'm just gonna share this before I get with it. A little disappointed with all the men that I'll be tagging. Really, none of y'all have come over to support Ray's Corner Live, have not subscribed. I said, I know, and this is not being petty or anything like that. I know a lot of the men that I have been tagging, I support their things. I just wanted to put that out there because we as men, we need to just not have people support what we do. We need to support what everybody else do also. We can't call on people when we need their support, but in return, the Bible says, do unto others as you would want them to do unto you. Do unto others as you would want them to do unto you. So if you would want my support, if you want other people's support, you need to support other people too. That's what we need to get down as men. But let me move forward. Just wanted to get that shout that out there. Just wanted to share that. Start my see my psychiatrist today. Let some stuff out. There was some things we as men. That's the purpose of Ray's Corner Live. Men with masculinity, that we can change and start doing the things that we need to do. But there's a clash of new ideas and there's a clash of old ideas. And we're going to talk about that this morning.
What's up, Unc? It's your nephew, L.A. Mars. We're going to do it one time for the people like this. Ray's Corner Live, Ray's Corner Live. Never be surprised that Ray is on the rise. Never be a fool, take it from the rise. Instagram, Facebook, Ray is going live. From Camden across the world, you can see that he's beneficial. Never the same topics, he's speaking on different issues. Preaching at different churches and speaking at different venues. Ray is that living proof that Jesus is really with you. Controversial issues, he gon' talk about it. Without Ray's Corner Live, hear his thoughts about it. If you ain't tuning in, just know you tripping, homie. This ain't all about religion, it's the wisdom, homie. And the vision, homie. It was written, but sometimes you gotta listen just so you complete the mission, homie. Ray's Corner Live, he got a testimony. I just thank God he got these blessings for me. For real. I learned not to even mess with phonies. Never. Ray's Corner Live, he got a message for me. I said a message for me. Ray's Corner Live, he got a message for me. Ray's Corner Live, Ray's Corner Live. Never be surprised that Ray is on the rise. Never be a fool, take it from the rise. Instagram, Facebook, Ray is going live. Ray's Corner Live, Ray's Corner Live. Never be surprised, Ray is on the rise. God is on our side, so we gon' survive. God is on our side, so we gon' survive.
So when we talk about this clash of old and new ideas, this contest of ideas is being played out as we absorb the vast social and political changes that have taken place over the last 40 years. See, there's some changes that's happening, especially in the role of men. You know, when we talk about understanding masculine, we understand these things. The roles have been changing on both the national and national and international levels. Cultures and ideas are colliding. You know, nations are colliding. Both national and international levels of culture and ideas are colliding. As a result, watch this. People are reevaluating what it means to be human. You got to see how this thing is played out. You got to see how these changes are happening. You know, man want to be a woman, woman want to be a man. So people are really reevaluating what it means to be human, what it means to be a man or a woman, what it means to be a country. And let me tell you about some of the developments. These are some of the developments that's happening. You stay with me. You got to hear this thing, man. Man, you got to hear this thing, right? Because if you think about it, the world is reevaluating what it means to be a man and a woman, right? Really, what does it mean to be a man? What does it mean to be a woman? What does it mean to be a country? And here are some of the developments. One, the movement for women's equality, right? The movement for women being equal. There's a movement out there. We want to be equal. Number two, the exportation of Western culture in the world. You know, Western culture wants to just take over everything. But this is the right thing. No matter where you go, this is how you should live. The fall of communism. Communism, looking at all these countries over in Europe and places like that. Communism is going down. Next, a global marketplace. You hear that? A global marketplace. And a growing interconnectedness between nations. Pulling this stuff together, trying to become one. Whether worldwide or locally, our world is rapidly changing before our eyes. Excuse me, my son is acting up a little bit this morning. I'm going to say it again. Whether worldwide or locally, our world is rapidly changing before our eyes. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And the social transformation accompanying it can be very painful. Meaning that we're clashing old and new ideas that have left many men perplexed and frustrated in regard to their identity. There's an identity crisis with men. There's an identity crisis with black men. I'm gonna say that with this transformation, right? With this ever-changing worldviews, right? Reevaluating what does it mean to be human. The clash of old and new ideas have left many men perplexed, and frustrated in regards to their identity. How do their new roles, for example, equal partnership with women, play out against a more traditional ones such as breadwinners and protectors? I'm gonna say that again. So we're perplexed, we're getting frustrated. This new role, right? For example, how do we be equal partners with women, play out against the traditional one? Because we're still thinking we should be the breadwinners, we should be the protectors. See, men are feeling, watch this, I'm going to say this again, men are feeling compelled to redefine their roles as they attempt to adapt to these changing social expectations. So listen, we're trying to conform into this new world with these even though we have a way of old ideas, old traditional thinking, right? So even as we're trying to change into this new stuff, even though we're trying to adapt to this, right? This adjustment is disturbing both the professional and personal lives. How we are professionally, how we are personal. It's altering our relationships with women. It is transforming family lives. But you got to understand this, The lines of these new roles look blurry to men as traditional and contemporary ideas eclipse each other, I'm thinking one way, the world is changing another way. I'm not feeling that I can fit in. I'm not feeling a part of this new type of change, this new type of man, this new role that this man's supposed to change. I'm so used to opening doors. I'm so so used to holding a woman's hand. I'm so used to being the breadwinner. I'm so used to being the protector. I'm so used to doing this as a man. I'm so used to taking out the trash. I'm so used to this. But the world is changing. And it becomes confusing. Why? Because I'm going to say this again, yet the lines of these new roles look blurry to men as traditional and contemporary ideas eclipse, overshadowing one another, and then separate again. Let me give you an example. On the one hand, men are told there's no real difference between males and females. We are equal. There's no difference. Now we can do the same thing. You can do the same thing. And that they are considered women as equal. Okay. Hey, don't. But on the other hand, watch this. We are encouraged to treat women with special care and courtesy, but when we do that, we are often accused of being chauvinistic. On one hand, we got to treat them equal, right? On the other hand, we're trying to, treat them with care and encourage and treat them special, and then we got a problem there. So it's a perplexed situation. There's a male crisis. See, historically, men have defined their manhood by various roles they have fulfilled in their families and for society. We're going to stop here. Because there is a crisis there. Listen. Should we do this? Shouldn't we do this? Should we do this? Shouldn't we do this? Should we do this? Should we do this? Right? What? Do I lead the house? Am I the head of the household? Am I not head of the household? Am I the breadwinner? Am I not the breadwinner? Am I the protector? Am I not the protector? Perplexed, frustrated, confused. And what's happening with a lot of men is causing frustration, and it's causing them to act out in physical ways against women. I'm going to say that again. Because of the frustration, because of the perplexity, because of the anxiety, because of all these things, and this is wrong, men are now acting out more physically towards women. So we need some help. We cannot respond in a physical way because we're confused about the roles that we're supposed to be. See, because these roles don't give us a definite or a solid definition of masculinity to give a cultural context to life. What is masculinity to life? What is masculinity? What is masculinity to a man? Remember, we're talking about understanding masculinity, but we're having this struggle, we're having this perplexity, we're having this frustration between the old ideas and new ideas, and how do we fit in these things? And sometimes we don't feel like we fit in anywhere. See, as a result, many men believe they have lost part of themselves, but they don't have anything concrete which to replace it. The things that we lost, the things that we thought were right, we have lost these things, but we don't have nothing to replace it, so it leaves a void in our life. See, often we don't even feel wanted or even feel wanted or needed by women any longer. See, we used to have a clear direction about where men were going. Now, it's as if we're trapped in a maze, frustrated, and unable to move forward purposefully in life. Got tongue-tied there. You look, this guy right coming to you live over here. Where's here, right here? We got to understand the old with the new. We got to understand frustration. We got to understand perplexity. We got to understand where is our place. We got to talk about this thing. We got to change this thing. Listen, I'm telling you, go on over to my page, Ray's Corner Live on YouTube. Hey, subscribe. Hit the notification button. Because the real context of what we'll be talking about will be over there. The real understanding of how do we solve some of these problems will be over there, because we as men, we have to come together, we have to solve these problems. There are some solutions to these problems, but we understand when we follow the word, we understand the word of God, we understand the Bible, we understand what does it take to be a man, what is the Bible saying about us being men. But listen, as a man of God, how am I supposed to operate? I know one thing, y'all don't never have to respect me. Only thing I know is I have to respond as a man of God, regardless of what you do or what you say or how you act. It should not sway me one bit as long as I respond as a man of God. right? And how do I do that with all these things that's coming up against me? Look, there is a peace that passes all understanding. Understanding in the midst of whatever goes in my life, whatever you do to my life, whatever happened at the job, there is a peace in me that I'm at peace with what is going on. What those things that are happening, I'm at peace with it because I think it not strange for all these fiery darts that's supposed to come at me. I can't act in like this world, the way it's changing. It talks about that in the Bible. Men with men, women with women. These things are being, manifested in the earth, and we're not understanding, right? This is how things are supposed to be. And we're responding in a way that is not kingdom. So let's talk about it. Tell you some things. I tell you, man. I tell you. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. But we're gonna get ready to get out of here. This is God Ray coming to you live all the way from here. We're here right here. Like we always say here, Ray's Corner Live. God loves you. And I love you. And guess what? Ain't nothing you can do about it. Peace out.
What's up, Unc?
Take them home, Nat.
It's your nephew, LA Mars. We gonna do it one time for the people like this. Race Corner Live, Race Corner Live. Never be surprised that Ray is on the rise. Never be a fool, take it from the rise. Instagram, Facebook, Ray is going live. From Canada across the world, you can see that he's beneficial. Never the same topics, he's speaking on different issues.